Welcome back to my channel. Today going over my paycheck from the 15th, how I spent my money, where the bills have been paid, and take a look at my debt payoff. So my spreadsheet here, my paycheck paid on the 1st and 15th, so on 15th got about $4,365. The way my spreadsheet set up is all my taxes and anything that comes out is up here. This adjustment right here is I was off on my calculations by about 13 cents, but not too worried. Getting some cash back in probably a couple days from my custom cash card with Bank of America, which will put my total income for this 2-week period just slightly above what I got paid. Not expecting any other cash back. Not expecting any other transfers from other places. So these rows right here are my budget. I budget every 2 weeks about $1,500, give or take. So car, entertainment, gas, gifts, groceries, household, miscellaneous stuff, personal items, kiddo, restaurant, so takeout. I am a month ahead or behind, however you want to look at it, just because I use all this with credit card. So if we go down to the corresponding tab of 15/31 March, this stuff was all spent in February. So the way I have it is date, cost, what credit card I use, what category it goes into, the item, if it's cleared or pending still in the thing, and then any kind of notes. Girlfriend and I ended up going to Florida, so you'll see Orlando Studios. Amongst all the things here. So if I kind of go over and look, car items are generally cheap nowadays. Mostly it's just I'll put parking into there. Entertainment, gas. Had a rental car when I went to a water park for a weekend. Gifts, and then bigger items, grocery, obviously restaurant, some miscellaneous items in there, and then some personal stuff for the kiddo. The green over here, or let me start here, this column is what corresponding credit card it was, so I have it auto populate over here. As long as these match, I know I did my categories and the credit cards correctly. And the items in green have been paid already, so paid off. So that's why I'm currently under the 15-30 April when I'm recording this, because it is in the middle of 15 to 31 March right now. So I've got about $414 left day that I record on my $1,500 2-week budget. So that's why this is all spent and budget remaining is zero. Coming down, you'll notice the this column over here, the 1st to 14 March, is yellow. It means I'm still waiting for some pay dates to come out for these some of these cards. So I haven't gotten rid of these columns and kind of hid them like I've done other ones, like I would do with that. So coming down, car insurance came out. I pay for Peacock TV out of a platinum card, but there's a Amex digital credit, and it'll end up zeroing and paying for that. I had some issues with my utility for electricity and gas. I was using one of those neighborhood solar places. For some reason, it got discontinued, or I got disenrolled. And then there was also a credit card expiration date that expired, and I didn't update the new one, so I had to pay some back energy costs there. Kind of annoying. Thankfully, the way I do my finances, paying with credit cards, like I can take the hit and I will pay it down. My cell phone bill comes out later this month. I pay that with cash. Pay for a bunch of different lines and still paying down equipment. I've run the math on whether paying off the equipment now is worth it or not, and to me at the moment it's not, so it's kind of a high bill. Signed back up for learn to skate lessons. Been learning to ice skate for the past year. This is probably the last semester or period that I will do those. Kind of at the point where I can skate now. I've been learning to play hockey as well. Don't really need the lessons so much, as I just kind of like the ice time. And then I had paid for a hockey camp for the summer, so that was the registration fee right here, the one that's $454. The way I run my credit card float, if scroll down here, so I have my credit cards again, the due dates, and so if a corresponding amount, we'll just use this for example, corresponds with the due date during that 2-week period, I have the rule turn green, so I know I need to pay it, and then I will annotate when I do pay one of these cards. So if you scroll back over here, this one is yellow, so I incurred the debt during this period, that 1 to 14 March, but it's not due, so I have it push over into this column right here to pay it. So what I'll end up doing is I'll annotate the like this card right here that I owe $15 on. I'll just put it under the velocity, minus the 15 out of here, and then add the 15 to here. It's paid with credit card, so come the 25th of March I will pay it, and then I will annotate this one to the credit card paid, like I did with the Amazon and the Bank of America Custom Cash and then the Gold Card. This negative number right here is I utilize my HELOC to help currently pay down my debt, so that's operating as my main bank account. I will dump paychecks into there and then pay items out. So before doing that, I was doing the zero-based budgeting, where I kind of sent every dollar somewhere. So these cash flow numbers at the bottom aren't necessarily correct, but I don't like having the negative number up there, so I just annotate that, yeah, I needed cash from the HELOC in order to pay down this period of debt. And then some other items, big items, like I said, went to Orlando. I think we did a Disney park as well. So these are kind of some of the big expenses for that week. And then I also had to get contacts, so eye exam and some contacts. And then kiddo stuff down here. And then had bought her tickets for a hockey game, so her and her friend could go for her birthday. So total expense is way up versus what it usually is, but like I said, going to Florida was not cheap. Going to the parks, we were able to save some money with where we stayed, and we got some cheaper flights, but it's not cheap. So kind of looking down, these are the big ones that'll be paid still. So $3,500 for my Chase Freedom Unlimited, and then about $2,000 for my Sapphire Reserve card. I had to pay off a balance I had on a work card. Not really sure how that worked out. I think there was a clerical error against me, but I can't prove it, alas. So currently under the 1531 March. Like I said, I'm a month ahead, so spent that stuff in February. So currently utilizing the 15 to 30 April tab right here. So my budget, like I said, $1,500. Budget remaining, I've got about 414. So I spent just over $1,000 for this pay period. Got 9 days left with an average spend per day left about $46. So I don't think I need to go hit a store for groceries or utilize a lot for restaurants or takeout. And then I think my other costs are going to stay low as well. So I'm hoping to have kind of a surplus of my budget remaining, which will go and help pay towards the debt. Yeah, like I said, big ones again are usually restaurant and usually grocery. So if I can kind of curtail the restaurants and then utilize more food at home, I will be happier because I'll spend less money. So that is kind of the budget for that, and then I'll pull up the spreadsheet I have for the debt. So it's kind of running tally or total. Kind of go up to the top. Got a HELOC. Interest rate's currently at 10.25. This is kind of the estimated payments or actual payments towards. So like I said, I had a bunch of debt payoff, so I was drawing from the HELOC, especially in that February month. And then the balance remaining on the HELOC, or correction, this is the balance owed on the HELOC. The interest paid, if it's red, that means it was more than what I estimated. If it's green, it means it was under the estimation. So actually kind of nice. I estimated paying about $341 for this time frame right here, and it came out to $284, which is nice because it lowers balance owed. And then kind of going forward, as we finish out March, like I said, I had to draw from it. Winter was expensive. Going forward, I don't have a lot of estimated costs. There's no holidays. It's not winter trips. So relatively, spring should be relatively cheap for me, which means I can start dumping more of the paycheck, and it'll stay in the HELOC, which will bring my balance down, which will bring my interest down. As of now, I expect to be kind of debt-free with the HELOC May, June timeframe of 26. But the hope is interest rate goes down, I spend less money, so this clears up faster. Total interest I've spent so far utilizing the HELOC has been about $2,200, almost $2,300, which is a steal when it comes to the amount of money I've been able to access to pay down debt and put back in. Estimated that I've got another about $2,600 of interest based off of this. However, like I said, with the interest rate hopefully going down a couple times this year, and paying down debt quicker, not utilizing as much money, it should hopefully be less and pay less. But paying $5,000 to pay off quite a bit of debt, I should tally it up, but I haven't yet, is worth it to me. And then, like I said, this is kind of the running list of where everything's gone. Currently, right here, the blue highlights what I'm currently showing in my HELOC for what I owe and how much money I have left. And then these are the payments that are coming up. So the Chase Sapphire Freedom Unlimited, or the Freedom Unlimited, the Freedom Original, and then the Sapphire Reserve. So those will come out on those dates, bringing that up. And then looking into April, I had debated whether or not to take some money out of the HELOC to finish up the 2024 contribution for my Roth. Actually kind of watching some YouTube videos of other budgeters, financiers. I think my goal, and to reiterate to myself, is to pay down the debt. I do have investments. They are working for me. It'd be nice to make them greater. However, I'm in that season where I want to pay down the debt to give myself more options later. So I'm not going to be contributing for that 2024, which kind of sucks. But it's also not going to bring this way back up to almost $45,000. And then it's kind of a rinse and repeat as we go down. Things in gray obviously have not happened yet, but I do have the budget remaining tabs or rows in there, so those are what I expect to pay for those 2-week bi-monthly budgets. Anyway, appreciate anyone watching the video. I will end it there. Thank you.